So like basically I wanted to talk about what happened at meet and greet, because everyone keeps asking me, even though I've wrote like 3 parts of a story. I don't know if you're too lazy to read it all, because you can't read it, because even I can't read it myself. Well, I can, but then like I have to squint really close. Don't know if that's because of my bad eyes or... So when I went to meet and greet, I got my favourite album signed, which was this. I don't know if you can see Josh's signature, but that's a bit smudged with my tears. And I also got... I have to pick it up by the lid because because I'm a weird fan. Got a Sharpie. Hang on. On the Sharpie it says tour supply, so... which is pretty awesome. Yeah, so me and Katie, I'm not gonna go with like what happened at the beginning about how my drink got took away from me. It cost me £2 bloody pounds, it cost me, and I had to put it on the side. The Sprite Philly had given to me and Katie, we weren't allowed them into meet and greet. I don't know what for. I don't know if they thought I was going to smash it against their heads or something. Oh yeah, I'm going to go kill Yumi at 6 or something. I don't know what it was for, but... So we were all up, me and Katie ran up the stairs screaming, even because we thought Yumi at 6 would be in that room. Or I assume Katie did, but I did. I thought they'd be in that room waiting for us. So we'd ran upstairs screaming, because I didn't believe it was actually happening. And we were let into this room where we had to wait for him for like 10-15 minutes. This really, really pretty, nice security girl. Like, she was so pretty and she was so lovely. She was such a sweetheart. She had this Newfound Glory top on, and I spoke to her. I was like, oh, I love your shirt. She was like, oh my god, same. My favourite band. I was like, yeah, I'm meeting man today. And then she was like, oh yeah, I know. I was like, yeah, awesome. And then she was like, everyone should just do a Mexican wave to kick the asses of the Manchester night that was there the night before. So I was like, me being the competitive bastard I am, I'm like, come on guys, we can do this. Yeah. And then I was like, fuck yeah, when we're doing this Mexican wave, and this like really slutty girl who, oh god, she was at the end, she was like, woo. I was like, oh, morbid little bastard. Yeah, me and Kate, right, this girl, I swear to god, this girl that I'm just talking about now, I was like to Katie, I was like, Katie, look at her at the door. She was like, what? Who? I was like, look at the slutty girl at the door. She was like, oh my god. And then the people that were in front of us, that we let in front of us, because we were freaking out that bad, that we let people in front of us, they were like, oh my god, look at her, she's so slutty. I was like, yeah. You can obviously tell that she wanted to sleep with someone there. Either the band or, I don't know, but she was like the sluttiest person ever. If I was in a band, I would never touch her. Like, I'm not even joking. I wouldn't even... She'd be one of the people that I would actually avoid. And I watched her through the window, even though we weren't supposed to, and they were like... I don't know, I think Unit 6 didn't like her. I wouldn't. So then, you could hear screaming. Like, everyone was screaming. They were like, Josh! Nobody screamed Matt. Nobody screamed Chris. Nobody screamed Max. No one screamed Dan. And then it was just really funny, like, what Max did. I was actually pissing myself with laughter. Don't know if you can see in the tour video, but he was actually... He came in, like, during the tour video, and he was like... Yeah. And I was actually in tears with laughter. Like, the way he came in, I was like, oh my god, pissing myself with laughter. And then he was like, oh, just, it was so cute. We let people in front of us. I don't know if I just said that. We let people in front of us. Then it was my turn. I was like, oh, Katie, do you want to go in front? Because I'm freaking out. But then I realised that she was actually in tears, and I couldn't let her go in front of me. It's just not fair. So I was like going in front, and unfortunately, me being, I don't know, awkward as fuck, Max was the first one there, weirdly, because he's always the one at the end. He was the first one. I walked up, and I was like, what up, nigga? and he was like, "What up, Holmes?" No, it wasn't really. I was just like, I walked up and I was like, "Hi," and he was like, he wasn't really concentrating at first. I think he was busy signing someone else's shit. Wow, I just said shit about something about Unit 6. Yeah, he was signing someone's poster, or I don't know what it was. And he looked up after he'd done it, because I had to take off your colours. Felt really awkward getting that signed, because it's not exactly their newest album. It's not actually their new album. Oh, yeah. They were getting it signed, and he looked up, and he looked at my jumper, and this is exactly what he did. He looked at my jumper, and he looked up, he scanned, and then looked at my eyes, and then he looked at my face. I don't know what he was looking at, but I looked into his eyes longer than I should have. And then he was like, "I love your jumper," and I was like, "Me too." I was like, "Me too," and then secretly I was actually thinking, "Oh, I wonder why. Cost me bloody £40, do you know? I can't even buy Unit 6 merch or Mayday Parade because of you." And then, oh god, it was so awkward. And then I said, I don't know, I said, "You're so cute," by accident. I was like, "You're so cute." And then I was walking away, and he was carrying on talking to me, and I didn't realise, but then he'd said, "I love you." So I was like, oh shit. And then I was just about to talk to Dan, and then Dan had said, "Hello, I like your jumper," and I was like, "Same." And I was freaking out so bad, I couldn't handle myself. And he just signed my album. I was so awkward around Dan as well, because it was so hot. Then I moved on to, I think it was Chris or Matt. I can't remember which one it was, or because I don't know. But Matt, I had a funny story about Matt. Don't know, it was funny to me. Spoke to Chris, and Chris was like, "Oh, so I just saw you outside." I was like, "Oh my god, you remember me?" He was like, "I like your jumper." I was like, "Yeah, me too." Then I moved on to Matt, and oh my god, Matt, he looked up and smiled at me really big, and it was like, "Hello, sweetheart." And it was like, "I like your jumper." I was like, "Eek!" It was louder yelp than that. It was way louder than that. I can't even mimic the noise that I'd made, because I don't know the noise I made myself. If I did it now, it was pretty loud. If I did it now, God, my parents would hear me, and probably think I'm getting murdered. Yeah. And I was like, "Yeah, me too, Matt. Yeah, me too. Please, just..." And then I moved on to Josh, and he was he was such a sweetheart. I'm not even joking. He was the nicest person I've ever spoke to. Josh was and I looked at me, smiled. I was like, "Hello, sweetheart." I was like, oh god, Matt's just said that to me. Fuck. And then he was like, "I like your jumper. I have the same one." I was like, "No, you paid £40 too." And then it was and I was like, "Yeah, me too. I love it. I love this jumper." I actually really do love it though. And then, because I was just about to scream, I had to get out of that room. I really did. I was almost in tears. And then Josh was like, "So do you like Max then?" And I was like, "Yep, he's my favourite. I love him." And then I got out the room, and I ran. No, Josh was like, "Okay, see you later." And then he did that, that really hot, that really hot teeth thing that he does, where he goes, or something like that. I don't know what he does, but it's just so hot. And then I had to run out. I was like, "Alright, see ya." And then I ran out, screamed to the people that were there. Oh, they thought I was right weirdo. I was like, "Oh my god, Maxell, you just said you loved me." And then everyone was like, "Oh my god," flapping everywhere, and I was like, "Oh god." And then, yeah. And then we were supposed to, I was dying for a piss. I'm not even joking. I was, oh god. We weren't ever allowed to go to the toilets. I don't know why. We weren't allowed to go near the windows, because we'd already had our chance with them. But then me and Katie ran up to the window and started making sexual gestures towards Max. Oops. And then there's this like snap booth on the Apollo. Like, I don't know what it is. It's like you make a video and YouTube, it goes on their YouTube or something. So me and Katie were like, fucking hell, we've just met Yumi at 6, knobheads. Like swearing on this video. I don't even know where this video is now, but oh god. Just probably the best day I've ever had. Just noticed this is the actual jumper I was wearing. And I was in the tour video. Photobombing, don't know if any of you saw me, but I ran in, I was like god. So funny. And then Max actually thought I was funny when he saw me do it, and so did Derek. Derek thought it was hilarious. Like Derek Sanders, he's so lovely. I don't know if you can see, past all this like shite. Hang on. I have like a massive poster up there that like I bought for like £5 or something. Hang on. Also, that's not a shrine anymore. It used to be, but it's not, and it was never actually a shrine. But yeah. Brilliant day. Yeah, so this like slutty girl came out again, and we were talking to this like really awesome boy. It was like, I was like, oh my god, you like Yumi at 6 too? And he was like, yeah, obviously that's why I'm here. I was like, oh yeah, wondered why. It was really hot there. And I was like, I pointed at this girl. I was like, would you think she was hot? Like, do you think she's hot? Like, speaking as a boy. And he was like, no, she's too slutty. I was like, precisely. Yeah. So yeah. Now you know exactly what happened at the meet and greet. You can all leave me alone and let me cry.